Charlie Parsons, Fight Hub TV. Delighted to be joined here, $1 Million, my good friend. Bro, I've been trying. I finally got you.
Mate, how are we? Good to see you as always, man.
We're here, Fury Whyte undercard press conference, but before we do sort of talk into the names on the undercard, let's go into the big one. We see Dillian Whyte's face there, Tyson Fury's face there. Saturday night, 94,000. Just your first thoughts on the fight?
Listen, it's one of the biggest fights to take place in British boxing history. I think the crowd says that. It's a fight that's been a long time coming, and I think, you know, being around the buzzer fight week, you can just see what a big deal it is. I think as for the fight itself, I'm looking forward to it. I think you know what you're going to get with both lads. I think a very respectful press conference yesterday. But I've said for quite a while, I believe a fit and focused Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight on the planet, and that don't change for me. And I think Dillian will have success, maybe even buzz Tyson along the way, but I can't look past the Tyson Fury stoppage. But I think it'll be entertaining. Whether it's the last time we see Tyson in a ring, obviously remains to be seen, but yeah, we'll see.
Do you believe it'll be the last time we see him? Obviously, John's come out and said boxing is the reason that this man's sane.
Yeah, I probably lean more towards John, but I don't know. There's always going to be talk with Tyson, and big fights are always going to be there, you know, for him. I don't think it will be the last time we see him, but you never know.
We saw Tyson Fury at the workout, Southpaw. Do you think he could come in Saturday on the Southpaw?
He possibly might do. I remember years ago he boxed Derek Chisora Southpaw, and he looked very, very good. You know, Derek, he gives everyone an hard time, absolutely everyone. But that night he couldn't do anything with Tyson. We might see a little bit of that. We might see a little bit of that on Saturday night. But then also, do we just see the Tyson who we've seen in the last few fights where, you know, he really puts it on, Dillian? It'd be interesting to see.
Well, I know you said probably Tyson is the best heavyweight, the Tyson at his best, but I suppose it's heavyweight boxing. We know Dillian's going to come forward, but
one punch can change it, and of course, then Dillian certainly has got the power to get Tyson's respect. I mean, listen, if you look at it, like, he took Deontay Wilder's shots, one of the biggest punches the heavyweight division's ever seen. Then finger, you've got to think he might be able to take Dillian's power, but it doesn't work like that. It doesn't always work like that. So, Dillian, it's hard enough to get any heavyweight's respect for sure.
I know Tyson's had time off in between, I suppose, the 3 fights with Deontay Wilder, really, but obviously we know the first one he took some punishment. In the third one, he took serious punishment.
He's that miles on the clock for Tyson. You know, you've got to look at that, because he touched down twice, didn't he? But one of them was an absolutely huge shot. So you don't know what that takes out of him, but then you can argue. Obviously, dealing with Povetkin, he'd come back and done it in style, but, you know, also, was it the same Povetkin who would be? There's so many little factors that could play a part in this. After it, you know, we could be looking at, and hindsight's a great thing, and you could be looking at, you know, you think Tyson makes easier work of it than you expect, so he's starting up, or then Dillian shocks the world, and you start going back to those points with it. But all in all, I'd like to say I will be surprised if Tyson doesn't do it inside the distance.
Let's move on. Tommy Fury on the undercard. Jake Paul is a name that will always be mentioned around Tommy. Jake has said that Tommy needs to win by knockout in order to reignite the fight. Just your thoughts?
I don't really know about that, to be honest, whether he needs to win by knockout, because Jake Paul and Tommy Fury fight, it does absolutely huge numbers, always will do. And I think it's hard to look past. You know, again, Tommy, you expect him to do it probably inside the distance as well. He'll be looking to make a statement, but we'll see if it ever happens.
You got time for one or two more?
I have, mate.
Errol Spence with a win over Ugas. We're with an American channel, so it's important to talk about it. Just your reaction on that fight.
I first saw Errol Spence in 2012 in Bolton at the holding camp, and genuinely picked him out and thought he's going to be a world champion. He was an unbelievable fighter, and now hope that we see the fight in boxing that everyone wants to see. And for me, it's probably number 1 on my list as a boxing fan. However, Spence, Crawford, I go Crawford. But I think Spence is unbelievable. I do. Great win. Again, Ugas, quality fighter. But yeah, I think Crawford if they ever meet.
A few more quick fire ones. Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez.
I think Shakur Stevenson in the next few years will be number 1 pound for pound fighter on the planet.
The next Floyd Mayweather?
He possibly, quite possibly, and I can't look past a Shakur winning and winning in style as well. I know, was it Valdez last time out against Robson? Can say, oh, a lot of people thought it was fortunate, but I can't look past a Shakur win and looking very good doing it.
Just finally from me, Canelo Bivol, Cinco de Mayo week. Canelo just, I mean, whatever he does, just people are baffled. I am.
Wow, yeah. Mate, I've been very lucky to see some of the best fighters of our generation, and listen, some people's all-time greats, you know, in the flesh, and I've been lucky enough to see Canelo up close. Not looking like he beat one of my mates, but and he's one of the very best I've ever seen. Bivol, I think, will cause him some trouble. I do believe he'll cause him some trouble. Technically, very, very sound, but I can't go against Canelo, and I think Canelo wins. Whether he gets him late, but I think it'll be more points. But I think he'll have a few problems to solve.
Anthony, my brother, as usual, thank you very much.
See you, man.